Satnam Namaste. So people have asked, how do I trust? How do I trust life? And if it's your ego asking this question, it will ask the question, but it really doesn't want the answer. When the ego does receive the answer, it will be like the shady lawyer looking for the loophole to back out of. You know, well, what if this happens? Or what about this scenario, that scenario? The ego, by its very nature, does not trust life. It resists life. It fights with what is happening in your life right now, moment by moment. Ego always wants everything to be different. You know, if you were in paradise, ego would find something to complain about. It's too sunny here. Those bird sounds are driving me crazy. That angel over there, she's full of herself. So when you trust life, you trust the circumstances of your life, whatever they may be. And one thing that you can take to the bank, one thing you can count on, is whatever you're going through right now is about deepening your relationship with your own soul. The challenges that you're going through now are forcing you to trust. So it's like the universe is pinning you down and demanding that you surrender to me. And I will continue pinning you down until you give up trying to control your life. So here are 5 things you need to know about trust. Number 1, to trust life is to know that you're not separate from life. You know, it's like the big toe saying, I'm all alone, I have to take care of myself. You know, I've got to go find a sock for warmth, a nice comfortable shoe to live in, and water to wash myself with. And I also wish these other 4 toes, they're always around me, would scram. They're always bumping into me, annoying me, making me feel trapped and angry. So this toe is in denial that it's connected to a foot and the rest of the body. So we too are like that toe. It's the hand that's putting on the sock. It's the hand that's tying the shoes and washing the toe. So it's the hand of God that is taking care of you and your needs all the time. Except you cannot experience this with your 5 senses. So you do not allow yourself to trust. You know, it's like the fish who does not believe in water. You can choose not to believe in God, a higher power, but the fact remains that God is inside you and all that you see around you. Number 2, trust cleanses your worldview. When you operate from the lower frequencies of fear, you misperceive reality because the information that you're taking in is filtered through fear. So you can see this rift in the world right now. It's almost like there's 2 human species on the planet. There's those humans that are choosing ego and fear, and then there's the others who are choosing the higher frequencies. The news is a perfect example of reality filtered through the lens of fear. This kind of perspective of the world is distorted and only serves one purpose, and it's to keep us separate and fearful of one another. You know, people complain about Facebook and the internet. I just want to remind people that it's the Aquarian Age. It's the age of no more secrets. And God bless the internet to provide a space for more positive perspectives of the world, right? A more balanced view of reality. As you begin to trust more and bring more trust into your life, you'll begin to see how beautiful the world really is. Number 3, trust is knowing what is not your lesson. I have a personal story to share. I have a small Chihuahua Terrier mixed dog. He's very, very small. One day I was walking him in a large park, and this man comes running up to me and says, you better watch out for coyotes. There was a swarm of coyotes that grabbed a dog right out of this old lady's arms. And I was watching him and feeling him from my neutral yogic self, and I observed that he was emanating buckets of fear. And at the same time, he seemed to be enjoying telling me all the gruesome details. So when I had enough of his energy, I cut him off and said, "Thank you, but that's not my lesson," and moved on. As I walked away, I could hear him telling the same story to someone else. So you want to refuse. You want to be adamant about this, vigilant. You want to refuse to live in the frequency of fear. And if it's your lesson to protect your dog from coyotes, for example, or anything else, your intuition will clearly let you know. Okay, number 4. Trust in the rhythm of life. Everything in life has its own cycles and rhythms. And you can see this clearly in nature. So there's a divine timing to everything. A time to be patient and wait, and a time to act. In the West, patience is not a virtue. It's not something that comes easily to us. We want it now. We want immediate gratification. And we create this artificial stress all the time. We don't like waiting in lines. We don't like being stuck in traffic. The mind wants us moving at a breakneck speed, off to the next thing and keeping us from our natural rhythm. In fact, stress is a signal that you're disconnected from your own inner rhythm. So there's a perfect timing for your unfolding. To tune into your rhythm is to be sensitive to your energy. When you don't feel like you have a lot of energy, it's showing you that it's time for rest and recuperation. When the time is to act, trust that the energy will be there for you to act and be productive. So as humans, we're meant to flow with life. And this time is about coming into harmony with yourself and the rhythms of the earth. And this in turn will make you more in harmony with the world around you. So don't allow the mind to force when the time is not right. This is called pushing the river, and it's a big, big waste of your energy. Number 5, trust is not a verb. Trust is not something you do. It's who you are. Trust is not something you do. It's who you are. You don't need to strive and struggle to trust. You don't need to buy a book, take a course, or go on a retreat. To trust is to relax in your own beingness. To trust is to give yourself permission to be. The truth is, no one's forcing you to do, run, except you. So can you stop and just be, even for a minute, an hour, a whole day? To just be means to stop and squarely face what's been driving you. Maybe for your whole life. And that's your own mind and ego. This is the real tyrant. It's inside you. It's not outside of you. So when you allow yourself to just be you, when you receive the love of your own soul, trust will naturally emanate from this frequency. So here's a link to a Kundalini Yoga meditation for trust. Satnam Namaste.